Hi, my name is Matt Richardson. I'm a cabinet maker and finished carpenter, and I'm going to give you a little tour of my first gen 4Runner. Alright, a little bit about the 4Runner. It's a 1988 SR5. It has the V6 and a automatic transmission. 4-wheel drive, locking hubs, pretty much your stock first gen, later first gen 4Runner. Me and my wife just got back from a 6,000 mile trip. We took this, camped in it, ate out of it, lived out of it for 30 days. And I'm kind of going to show you the setup of what we figured out worked and what didn't work. Alright, as you can see, I have two 2-gallon Rotopax gas tanks, and then I have two 2-gallon Rotopax water tanks. I also keep one water tank in the cab, just in the back there, for cooking with and stuff. And when that one gets empty, we'll just switch it out with one of these up here. So we have 6 gallons on us at all times. The rooftop carrier cargo box is made by Honda. We got it off Craigslist for I think $75, and it's been fine. Does everything we need it to do. Just haven't had any problem with water or anything. So it has a lot of room for storing our sleeping mats, our sleeping bags, just extra gear and stuff that we carried with us. The Rotopax are actually mounted on a piece of extruded aluminum bleacher seat, and that's the best I could figure out to kind of secure these tanks horizontally and to the roof without getting a basket of some sort. I really don't want a basket with the rooftop carrier. So, and they're mounted on the Yakima roof bars. Here's the inside. As you can see, there's nothing special. Just basically stock 4Runner, first gen 4Runner. You know, I have the dash mat. I have some seat covers. We really wanted those. The interior in this 4Runner is in really good shape, and I really didn't want to risk staining it or tearing it up or anything. So I took a little precaution and covered the seats, the dash, and then I also got a waterproof matting from an auto parts store that I kind of covered the existing carpet with that, so it still looks like carpet. It is carpet, but it just has a waterproof backing, so to protect the real carpet underneath. And then my wife found these on Amazon. There's some kind of drink holder made to go next to the seat, but for the first gens, as you know, if you have one, there's not a lot of cup holders, so they fit in like the little map pocket on the doors, and they work great. The only thing you gotta be careful of is if you have the seat slid forward, they won't close. They'll actually hit the seat, so just be wary of that. Alright, so the mats that we wound up using are actually exercise mats. We got it from Academy. I think they were around $30 a piece, $25 a piece. But they have a lot of good padding, especially sleeping on this plywood. Just made it a lot more comfortable. We did have some regular camping mats that you can put down in your tent and stuff, and they just didn't cut it for sleeping on this plywood. It was just really hard, and a couple of sleepless nights before we decided to go to Academy and pick these up. And boy, we're glad we did. A lot more comfortable. You can see the extra Rotopax water container we keep inside. We just slid right here. Have a fire extinguisher over there, and then we also have lights, USB lights that are LED, and they just run off of a Makita power source battery. I didn't have time really to set this up for any kind of a battery system, auxiliary battery system or anything, but I have a lot of these batteries for my tools, so they work out good for flashlights and radios and and charging our phones and stuff like that. So, at a pretty low profile, we stayed at enough campsites that had power that we could charge with the batteries, but we had enough batteries that would last us a week or more. So, all right. So the drawers and the whole box is basically modeled after Solid Woodworks on YouTube. He has a first gen 4Runner, and he built a box real similar to this. I pretty much copied it, not verbatim, but pretty close. It has two big drawers. I wanted something pretty compact, but had a lot of functions to it. So I wanted two big drawers, one for our kitchen supplies, and then one for our pantry. But I also wanted a place to store our Yeti ice chest, which we took, and then also converted into a sleeping platform. But I wanted it as compact as possible, because we're living out of this for 30 days. We know it's going to get pretty tight with all our gear and stuff. So, and here in the drawers, they're sectioned off with these partitions that can slide. They're on 3-inch centers, just a piece of 1/4-inch plywood, so we can divide the space how we needed it. So everything here is just for cooking. We got our stove, extra propane, pots, pans, utensils, coffee pot, extra pots, pans, cleaning supplies, pot holders, just everything you need when you're camping to cook. And then on this side, like I said, this is our pantry. We have a lot of food taken out right now, but yeah, just a lot of food. We just had this thing packed with cans and a lot of rice sides you can get from, I think Hormel makes them. Just add a meat to it, and really quick, simple meals. And then the cutting board actually will just slide in here and stores there flat, so you can still close the door. Alright, so the sleeping platform is basically just our ice chest shelf and our knockdown table just slid forward. So these will slide back into position when we have the ice chest and when we're on the road, but when we are camping at night, we just slide these forward, rest on a little T-post here, and just provides support for our mats and our sleeping bags. Pretty simple. Alright, so I'm going to set up the knockdown table. This is what we use to cook off of, put our stove on, and prep food. So it's pretty simple. This board just pulls all the way out, or pushes all the way forward if we're on the sleeping platform. And these two are the same size, so you could interchange these if you wanted. Usually we just kept this one on this side because this is where the table, we always have the table on this side anyway. So pull this board out, and then you have two legs and two stretchers. So the legs are German beech, and they have a domino tenon mortised into the end, which keys into a mortise hole in the tabletop. They just key in. And the two stretchers, you have one that's beveled on the end, and it keys in to a kerf that's in the legs. And then the other stretcher locks the legs together just by friction. So you just pop it in there and then just push it up until it gets pretty tight, and then you just flip it over. And this is sized to level off the tailgate, so it breaks down just as easy. Pop those stretchers off, pop the legs out. Stores really easily. Doesn't take up really any more room than what was already there. Alright, so the construction of the box itself is all dadoed, rabbet and dado construction. So real strong, everything's glued and screwed. This is sandy ply. You can get this at Home Depot. They sell it. It's a really nice plywood. Very few voids. And it's real nice and light. And sands pretty well. Takes finish decently. You can still feel a lot of the grain. It's hard to kind of get a real nice smooth finish on it, but for this it works out great and relatively inexpensive.